Hey Leamons, welcome back to another video of mine. So, if you didn't already know, Animal Jam's January update has come out to the game. And in this video, I'll be reviewing the update, and at the very end, giving it a score out of 10. Just like how I do for all my update videos. So, with that all said, let's jump right into the video. Firstly, the animal for this month is another reskin of the fox on Animal Jam. Pretty sure it's a reskin that comes from Animal Jam Classic called the Frolicking Fox. And I'm aware that people like this reskin, but we already got a reskin for the fox in October, which was the Skeleton Fox. So getting yet another reskin of the fox is a bit boring, although with that said, the reskin of the fox looks really nice. But then again, how can you mess up an already great animal? The fox in my eyes is a perfect animal. Everything about its design just works. It's cute, but also cool, and items look good on it. So making it into a reskin wouldn't change much. If anything, to me it's not really worth it to get the reskin for the fox. I already have the fox, which is an animal you can buy from the store for gems, not sapphires, but gems. And it's easy to get gems in the game. They aren't like how the sapphires are valued. So buying a reskin of an animal in the game that costs gems just feels like a waste to me, especially given the fact that the reskin fox will cost sapphires, so it's just a bit disappointing. I'm not trying to say that reskins are inherently bad, because they aren't. I've been very clear that adding a reskin is better than a rushed copycat animal. Animal Jam HQ needs to save time, as they can't always bring a fresh new animal out every single month. But they always want to, so they have to bypass that by adding reskins or copycat animals every once in a while. And that's fine. I used to get annoyed when I saw a reskin or a copycat, but honestly, if they are done well, then I'm okay with it. My problem is that they should have picked a different animal to be the reskin for this month, just to make things more interesting. Like, I would have loved to see a reskin of the snake, the sheep, or the seal. Those animals seem like they could have such interesting reskin designs. Not trying to be biased either, but it's January, and the seal would have been so perfect for a wintry or snowy design for a reskin. Instead, we got a pretty summery/spring related design for the fox. It just doesn't fit the vibes of this month, as usually January is associated with snow or cold weather. I mean, in Animal Jam, there still is the snowy weather in Jamal Township. So I don't know why they thought this fox reskin was a good idea for January. If this fox came out in springtime, it would be better. Perhaps this is something that was in the back burner and they pulled it out for this month. Either way, as much as I do like this reskin, I like it for the fact it's the fox, which as I've said, is already a perfect animal on its own. Secondly, is the pet for this month, which is the pet skunk. Now I never have much to say about the pets. It's either I like it or I don't. And that's because I don't care as much about the pets as I do for the animals and the dens, and even the new features and stuff. Pets are just meh to me, except for the mythical pets. I love those. Probably because you can actually involve them into playable animals. So, with this all said, I do like the pet skunk, but it's not something I'm like, obsessed over. It's just a nice new pet added to the game, and it's cute to me, but I also don't really care, and I might not even buy it. Thirdly is the den for this month, which is the fox den. Now I actually really like this den. It looks so cool. It's called the fox den because it seems like it's the type of den a fox would enjoy to be in. It's sort of similar to how the Fox Party looks on the game, like it's got a forest area at the top and then an underground area that has some den space. It also looks like there's some slides too, which is always fun. My one and only problem is that it doesn't feel like a wintry den, but honestly, it's not a big deal. Considering the fact they added reskin foxes along with it, it does match the animal for this month, and it is a really good looking den. I feel as if Animal Jam HQ has really stepped up their game den-wise. It's rare for me to be disappointed in a den nowadays. And oddly enough, it seems like the dens are the highlights of the updates for me. I do really like this den, and will probably buy it when it comes out to the game. Next is the den check feature. This was an anticipated feature by many players. Basically, you can now move your furniture in your den easier, as there is a better tool to move it around. Beforehand, you'd have to move it with your fingers, and it was always a bit tricky. And you can also increase or decrease the size of the furniture too. For any den decorators in Animal Jam, this is a great feature. It's sort of similar to the clothing feature they added where you could move around items and change their sizing, but now they did it with den items. Although, I should mention, this is a membership-only feature, so if you don't have membership, I don't think you can use it. Next, the Slippery Slopes pack run has made a return to the game, so if you like doing pack runs with your pack, make sure to do it before it's gone. And that's everything for this update. Honestly, the January update feels pretty lackluster. Other than the new den check feature and the new fox den, it's very meh to me. And I think the fact they brought a reskin of the fox instead of anything else, except for the Arctic Wolf 2, was just a disappointment to me. As I said earlier, getting a reskin of the snake, sheep, or seal would have been so much cooler. I feel those are all popular animals, and it is the year of the snake, so that would have been really cool, especially if they gave one of them a more wintry design. Honestly, I would have been less disappointed for the reskin if the fox was snowy themed. I still would have been a bit upset, as I think ideally another animal would have been better, but even if they gave the fox a snowy design, I think it would have been a bit better. At least the pet skunks are cute though, and the den for this month is really great. I never have much issue with the dens. I honestly think Animal Jam has been making awesome dens as of lately, and I personally think the dens are a bit subjective anyways. Like, I might not like a den, but I can tell when it's designed well. One thing I notice is that this update seems like it should have been for the springtime, or even the summertime. I think if this update did come out in a month around spring or summer, I would have been way more receptive towards it. But anyways, overall for this update, I'd probably rank it a 5 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it also isn't something I'm really that excited for. If the den wasn't so good, I probably would have ranked it even lower. I already know some people are going to try to defend the Frolicking Fox reskin in my comments, so just know that I don't hate it. I just wished for something other than another fox reskin, or something that was winter themed to fit the vibes of January. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. It's been Leamon Puppy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys all next time.